Hey subscribers, or if you're new to this channel, thanks for clicking on this video. I'm Mario, this is Gear Vlogz, and welcome to the update show. Hey, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, and be sure to share this channel out among your friends. YouTube likes that type of engagement for the algorithms. For our first story today, we have is a story from found on Autoblog's website on the 2019 Saleen Mustang S302 Black Label edition, first drive edition that they drove in. I had the pleasure of actually seeing this car during Monterey Car Week. I'll add some photos that I'll show and share to you. But as the article shows, typical fare of Saleen stylings for the car. 302 5-liter Coyote that's been supercharged and carries a factory powertrain warranty. Now here's the part of the article I'll read. San Gabriel Mountain, California. Steve Saleen has been building his tweaked and tuned high-performance Mustang since the 1980s. 35 years later, his early Fox body machines have become bona fide collectibles, and his SN95 efforts aren't far behind. With the blessing of the Ford Motor Company, Saleen, it's pronounced Saleen, has also produced hot rod versions of the F-150 pickup, Explorer, and Focus hatchbacks, and for a while even a mid-engine S7 supercar. And this 2019 Saleen Mustang S302 Black Label is in all bright orange glory. This Mustang is the product of a time-tested operation. Saleen buys a batch of 5-liter Mustangs GTs from Ford and builds them at his facility in Corona, California. Then the cars are sold through Saleen certified Ford and exotic car dealers around the country. It offers 3 versions of the Saleen S302, the naturally aspirated 475 horsepower white label at 47 Gs, the supercharged 740 horsepower yellow label, also supercharged black label at 78,495, essentially the same price tag as a supercharged Roush S3 Stage 3 Mustang, and claims that 800 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs and 687 foot-pounds of torque. Not bad. So comment down below, would you have the spare funds? Would you pony up to order up a Saleen? Comment down below. Our next story comes from the Detroit Free Press. Detroit artists, Mercedes-Benz defamed my Eastern Market mural. Basically what the story is about is a bunch of a group of street artists who have painted murals throughout Detroit are arguing that Mercedes-Benz infringed on their copyright rights by including their murals in the backdrop of some social media Instagram posts that they used in an advertising campaign that Mercedes had run. And Mercedes is suing to dismiss the lawsuit, but basically a judge is saying, nah, the murals are protected under copyright, so it'll be interesting to see how this battle will ensue going forward and what kind of implications that it may mean for other street artists and advertising agencies and marketing, and how they go about advertising or photographing or videoing products in the general public, which once was open domain. If it's in the general public, you're free as will, as far as privacy concerns. But now when you get copyright acts involved, it's a whole new ball game, and especially now with issues that are happening in the EU with Article 13/17 about who owns the copyright material. It's going to be interesting. Comment down below what you think if the artists have a legitimate claim to go after Mercedes for compensation for using their intellectual property in Mercedes' ads. Let's hear your thoughts. And our last story today comes from Autoblog on Ford and GM are rushing to build electric pickup trucks, but why? Some niche markets, others see huge potentials they don't see to others. It brings up an interesting point. Personally, I think with the U.S. standards on our CAFE standards, or the miles per gallon that all the auto manufacturers have to reach by, and even though the latest administration is trying to roll back those number restrictions, going forward, no matter what, I think it's a good thing that the manufacturers are at least trying to make their vehicles more fuel efficient, even though some politicians are saying that they don't have to. But in the long run, eventually we need to reach, I personally believe that we need to reach these goals of getting more fuel efficient vehicles. But when you're looking at workhorse vehicles used by businesses and commercial endeavors, contractors, delivery companies, service companies, that nature, miles per hour or miles per gallon matters. And the advent of having a hybrid or all electric vehicle is an option, that I think we need to address. And Ford and GM both rushing to it. They each have their own niche technologies that they can incorporate it. Just how well they're going to address it is a question. Now, my concern is, we all know about Tesla right now, and they're all electric vehicles, and there's been talks that they want to do a pickup truck as well. As they've even announced during, I think, one of their last big press releases, that they were going to even reach into, tractor trailer size vehicles, electric vehicles. More power to them on that one. Frankly, I think you need to build more gigabit factories to compensate for the demand, unless he thinks his little gigafactory out in Sparks, Nevada can accommodate the needs for his Fremont, California plant, as well as whatever demand that he's going to have. It just don't know. But also, case in point, as a proof of concept, I think Teslas would be best proven to be in the market of being able to create something right away, as demonstrated by YouTuber Simone Giertz, as when she took a brand new Model S and converted it into a pickup truck. Insert video here. And as you can see, it really didn't take too much. So how hard would it be for Tesla to redesign or on some tooling panels, during the manufacturing process, instead of creating a enclosed vehicle like the Model S, to a open or semi-open vehicle, as what Simone has demonstrated in her video of her build, even though that she's still addressing some issues with suspension and weatherproofing, but those items can definitely be easily addressed with possibly companies like Airlift air suspension companies to compensate for the heavy loads that a Tesla model vehicle would need to be a viable option. So comment below, would you like to see a Tesla pickup, or a version of a Model S converted into a pickup version option, as what Simone had produced in her video on the streets? Or would you like to see something totally redesigned from Tesla? Or for that matter, what would you like to see from GM and Ford for their all-electric vehicle pickups? Comment down below. Let me know. Let me hear it. Let's open this discussion up.